The good news about the 175th session of the West Virginia Annual Conference of the United Methodist Church was that a limited number of clergy and laity were allowed to celebrate annual conference at West Virginia Wesleyan. I was included in that group. The bad news, it was still a slimmed-down version from our traditional four-day gathering. Conference this year consisted of worship service on Thursday night, clergy session Friday afternoon, the memorial service Friday night, the business session all day Saturday, and the closing worship service was Sunday. The business session allowed limited in-person attendance and everything else was virtual. Items voted on include the following. The recommendations of the Board of Pensions were slightly modified and approved. The equitable compensation report was approved. Minimum salaries on all three categories of pastors were increased $800 a year. In addition, the minimum that a charge is required to pay towards a pastor's health insurance was changed from 70% to $6,500 a year, and these changes take effect January 1st. The consent calendar, which consists of 44 reports that were voted on simultaneously to expedite voting, that was approved. The cabinet property report stated that in the Midland South District, one circuit that consisted of two charges was dissolved, with those churches being designated as station churches. 3 other circuits had one charge removed and designated as a station church, and the circuit redefined with the remaining charges. The conference trustees report was approved. This consists of 3 resolutions that are voted on every year. The recommendations of the Covenant Council were then approved. Then it came down to Conference Finance and Administration. We approved their recommendations, one of which was a budget for 2022, which represents a 5% decrease from 2021. I thought about asking how we got so lucky, but decided not to push my luck on this. The amount of our congregation's fair share giving was not available. I have talked to the conference treasurer, and as soon as I get that, I will forward it to Lynn Thompson. With a decrease of this size in the overall budget on the conference level, it is a safe bet that our fair share giving will go down in 2022. Now, if it does, this will be the 7th straight year that our fair share giving has decreased from the previous year. The recently completed annual conference is my 7th year representing this conference as its elected lay member. There are some people who will think this is a coincidence. I don't believe in them. So as the incoming chairman of the nominations committee, Reverend Stonestreet, will you please keep this in mind when you all start your, thank you very much. The nominations report was then approved. In the Midland South District, Bruce Reed is on the Board of Ordained Ministry, Lynn Thompson is on the Church Building and Location Committee, and Jerome Hairston is on the Committee on Ordained Ministry. Does anybody have any questions? It has been and remains an honor to represent this congregation at annual conference. Thank you all very much.